welcome back to Dadskillz. Today we're going to be making an absolute killer thumbnail that anyone would want to click on. So let's take a look. So the very first place to start is here. So I put a nice blue generic t-shirt on, no logos on it or anything. Tried to clean myself up the best I can. It's not always easy, I must admit. But in this thumbnail I'm going to put myself in it because it's the Dadskillz channel. So we might as well have Dadskillz in the photo. So let me just show you the setup. I have the iPad so I can now show you where we are. So as you can see from this, I've got a ring light, and the reason for that is I want the ring to show up in my eyes if I decide that's what I want in the photo. Let me just show you what I mean. If I come in closer and I look in the camera, you can see the little rings around my eyes. So that is something that I might go for. The next tip is, if you're on your own, it might not be possible to take a photo that you want. So the best idea for that is to use a screenshot captured from some video. So that's what we're going to do today. This background doesn't need to be on. It's only on for the video that we're making now. But ideally you'd want to take your video against a blank wall like that, so that when you come to cut your picture out that you want on your thumbnail, it's going to be easier for the app to do that. I'm going to do it against this. I've done it before. I know it's going to be fine. There's some dark areas here and against the computer screen there that might be a bit tricky, but that's fine. I can use the brush feature. So what we need to do now is I need to do some still poses in front of the camera, and I'm also going to get a phone, and obviously you've seen the thumbnail anyway because that's what you clicked on. So I need to do a few poses, and I'm going to go through a few. So I'm going to go very slow. I'm not going to move for a couple of seconds. So I'm going to just look into the camera, and you may want to do some sort of daft face here, that kind of YouTube expression. So first of all, I'll try it without a prop that I'm going to use. Right, that's enough of that. I'll go and get my prop, and then I'll try some more video with that. Right, so my prop is actually my son's phone, and he's got a case on it with this red outline, which might actually be useful. So I'm gonna do some poses with this, but I will put another picture here of the YouTube logo. I think that's what's gonna happen. So at this stage I've not made the thumbnail, so I don't know yet. What you're trying to do is fill the frame with everything you want. And another tip here is the YouTube thumbnail is 16:9. The aspect ratio is 16:9, so that's something to remember. So I think we should have enough usable footage there to get a decent couple of shots from. We'll get a couple and then we'll whittle it down to the one we're going to use. So let's take a look. With the picture chosen, we now need a background. So we're going to go Google and we're going to search for backgrounds for YouTube thumbnails. Pick a few and you can change them once you've got your picture sorted. First app is Photoshop Express. Go to Mix, Plus, and import your thumbnail background. Plus again, import your picture. And then, with that picture selected, you're going to press Cut Out. And after a few moments, it's going to give you that. And it's taken a few bits out, and it's left a few bits in. So we're going to have to sort that. So we'll go back to Cut Out again, and then we'll start editing it. So you can add some bits in with the brush, and then you can also remove things with the brush. And eventually you get to the place where you've got the picture that you wanted. And there it is. Now we're going to need to fill that mobile phone in with something. So again, back to Google, get the YouTube logo, back to Photoshop Mix, and there it is. And I actually had a little play with the background and I actually changed the background in the end. So, next app is Snapseed. We're going to take it in there, and loads of features in there. If you haven't got Snapseed, do download it and take a look. But here we're going to go with the brush feature. We're going to go exposure down to -1, as low as it'll go, and we're going to colour in all those edges. And just do a few fine-tuning bits to the photo itself. I might make my eyes look a bit brighter, make my teeth look a bit whiter. And export it. So the next app, the third app, is an app called Doodle. Another great app. It looks a bit old school, but it's actually brilliant. It's all set up to how I want it with the brush feature, and I want a white line all the way around me, so that's what I'm going to do now. Just keep pressing, and the line follows where you've pressed. You can have it on a sort of freehand as well, but I've got it on. You just keep pressing it and it keeps following it round. So got to the top there, saved it, and now I'll re-import it so I can do some more white lines on it. So there it is, bringing that back in, and I can just work my way around the picture. And it covers all those edges up that aren't perfect, which is great. So there we go, that's fixed. Now here's a funny one. I take this then sometimes into Instagram because the filters there do things that I can't really replicate anywhere else. So I have a little play with that and pick something that suits. And I did find one this time, and then I took it back into Snapseed just to have a last little play with it. So that's great. And is that it? No, of course it's not. So we're back into Photoshop Express. Mix with our almost final picture, and I'm just going to import some arrows. Again, another find on Google. Import some arrows just for a bit of intrigue. And there's our final picture. I'm so pleased with it. It turned out great. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you find that interesting and useful. There's another video on screen now recommended by YouTube. Take a look, and I'll catch you again. Cheers.